Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Dude, tomorrow's already the 10th.
Far out. Oh, all right, okay.
Just slipped the rent under my door.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was. Fast forward at.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 16th day of December, 2024. Good morning, everybody. You ready for some Monday Night Football? Here we go. Vikes play tonight. Excited. Let's go. We're all back today. Ben's here, and who else? Mike Musman, I'm guessing. I mean, he didn't say he wasn't coming out. I guess he's going to be here. And Cory's back. And Saucy's here with his broken ass, and Zach, and a cast of thousands. Let's go. Here's Ricky Galore, Galinda Galore on Christmas candles. On the Power Trip Morning Show, it's almost Christmas. Hope you're feeling good. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
Holiday candles. You know what I'm talking about? The Christmas scented candles? The ones that are scented like evergreen, balsam, holly jolly gumdrop nonsense. First thing my wife does after Christmas ends, she boxes them all up. She runs and she puts them in a closet in the basement where we can't find them next year because that's a fun game. First thing she does after boxing up all the Christmas scented candles, goes out and buys all new scented candles. Why can't we use Christmas candles all year round? Are we worried we're going to have guests come over in July? They're going to walk in and smell them and be like, oh, what day is it? Is it Christmas? I've done zero shopping.
Wienermobile.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear
Jeff, look at this thing.
thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Hi, welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show, Monday, December 16th of 2024. For the second time in 3 years, the Vikings are in the playoffs under KOC. And for the third time in 3 years, Zach Halverson has lost the Charge Challenge. 3 for 3, Zachary. 3 for 3. Chris has a chance to catch a couple of other people tonight, though, Chris. I kind of like that you're going last.
Yeah, me too. It's a good thing.
Just to chase everybody.
Yeah.
And if we get like a 2-touchdown game out of TJ Hawkinson, it's going to be close.
It's possible.
That's what you need. Because if Darnold throws for 4 touchdowns, but none of them go to Hawkinson, I think everybody's going to be safe.
Right.
Every touchdown to Hawkinson is 10 points.
I know.
Man.
You get a couple to TJ, and a couple of people are going to have to shake a little bit. So comes down to tonight. You could catch Creasel and possibly Parrish and Sauce if you have just a monster game, but we'll see.
You know what Lionel
Comes
Richie
down to
said?
this.
No.
Anything's possible.
I don't know if that was him.
I guarantee you at one point in Lionel Richie's life he said that.
Yeah, you are right.
Right? I mean,
Good
that's a pretty common phrase. Maybe he didn't scream it like Kevin Garnett, but I guarantee you he said
Kevin,
anything's possible.
Well, thank God Hawk didn't take Jared Goff. We'd all be dead.
A lot of you would be in big trouble. Yeah. Well, it comes down to tonight. Zach, you're officially, though, the last place finisher of the group.
How do you
now
feel,
it's just
Zach?
a matter of how many Chris catches.
Zach.
how do you feel?
Great. Happy about it.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more thrilled.
You like it?
It did sum up your year that even though Mahomes and Kelsey weren't trending the right way in that game anyway, they both got hurt.
Yeah.
Right? His final opportunity to put up a big number, and Mahomes missed most of the fourth, and I think Kelsey missed maybe even more than that.
Yeah,
so
Kelsey got hurt on like the third play.
Yeah, great.
And then you got like 50,000 points in the last week, too, and that's really great. I'm happy
how about
for
that? They just throw.
Yeah, and Laporta had like the best game he's had in weeks or whatever.
Did he
whatever.
score?
No, but he had almost 120 yards or something.
I feel a lot better because it is just gambling at this point. There isn't much skill involved. Like,
Agreed.
people are like giving me crap. Like, oh, you don't stick to hockey. It's like, I got a wheel, and I'm at the mercy of it.
Yes, you're at the mercy of the
You
wheel.
got a heart like a wheel.
Like, it'd be one thing if it was the old days, or it was, 15 weeks, everybody gets the same picks and
What
everything.
did you
like that.
pick, though?
I don't know, third or fourth.
Well, you had a shot at Laporte and Goff.
Did I?
Yeah. I thought you did.
I think that
Cory
wasn't
took
that
him
the
twice.
first pick?
No, Cory took him fourth.
McBride was first.
Oh.
Yeah. You went second.
Still.
Yeah.
If you get married at a McDonald's, are you a McBride?
That's pretty funny.
Not really.
No,
it was
that's pretty
an
good,
observation.
actually.
It was an observation.
Kayla seemed cool. I missed her on Friday, obviously, when I was not
Yeah,
here,
she
but
was
seemed
great.
cool.
We're best friends now.
She was great. Marty didn't want us to go get her, so we had to leave her down there for a little bit.
We spent the weekend together watching Wicked and hanging out. We're besties now.
Juicy.
Juicy wasn't there.
Oh.
How'd you guys do this weekend? Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
Outside of Sauce falling on his frozen ass.
Yeah, that was really great. I'm surprised.
Man, that looked like it hurt.
I'm surprised you're here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to be a jerky jerk, but that would have killed the old Sauce.
How is your front step that icy?
So-
Isn't it covered?
Yeah, how's your
Yeah.
a-hole?
My a-hole's fine.
Doesn't look like it.
I don't know. I really have no idea how that got that icy because
Is that why you fell? You weren't
Yeah.
expecting it at all to be
At all.
icy?
At all.
Do you have the ring camera on all the time?
Yeah.
Any chance that you saw Kel with a water hose?
No, like Home Alone. No. I just thought I would go get the mail, and I had on like just these slippers that I wear around the house, and I took one step outside, and my feet came out from under me, and my shoes blew off, my hat fell off. I hit the side of the stoop on my rib cage.
Said the F word super loudly.
Yeah, really loudly. Yeah.
I bet I watched it 20 times.
Yeah, I would too. It's funny.
I showed it to strangers.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it hurt really bad.
It looked like it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I had to check. I was like, well, if he tweeted it, then that means he's okay.
Bang your ribs pretty good, or where'd you fall?
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Got a nice little bruise there, too.
Yep.
Yeah. So good.
But yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'll survive.
Great.
It would have been the best if you had broken a couple of ribs, and then your wife goes into labor, and you're the one complaining about pain.
Correct. Yeah.
My ribs hurt. Oh,
now,
like the best.
Yeah. I hope he waits a couple days because I don't want to have to sleep in like a chair in a hospital room because that'll hurt my back even. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I fell and it sucked, but it was kind of funny.
It was very
It's
funny.
actually very
It was
funny.
hilarious.
It was hilarious because
I pissed myself.
I ass over tea kettled, and I can't believe how hard I fell. I didn't even brace myself.
Yeah, Zach's video with the
Zach's
extra
video
audio was
brilliant.
awesome.
Yeah, brilliant.
The was it Power True? I forget who it was that posted maybe it was Cardboard Charlie. Who was the one who posted the car dealership win
Oh,
the
that was
thing?
Muppet the dog.
Oh yeah, that bit was great. How it
That
looked
was
exactly
great.
like you falling. That was funny. I liked everybody piling on.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't cry.
How long were you horizontal? How long were you just lying there?
I fell
Never saw.
and I yelled the F word, and then my next words were Kelly, because I needed like help up, and she came running out. Luckily, obviously, she didn't fall. I sit up, and then I laid back down on the other side, and then the video cut out.
Did you press your life alert button?
No, I should get one though. After that, I should 100% get one of
That's
those.
a great point. What age do we believe Sauce is going to get a
I
life
should
alert?
have one.
I can't believe you don't already have one.
Yeah.
Did you have your phone in your pocket?
No, I didn't have my phone on me, which is thank God.
It might have called 911.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Did you guys get the tsunami alert?
Oh, my neighbor's house crumbled to the ground when I fell.
Right.
But yeah, it wasn't even that bad out. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I'm telling you, you need to check the ring cam.
I think the Lord just was like, "You're going down."
Trying to take you out right before your son shows up. Maybe you're like the water horse. There can only be one
I
at any
think
given
it's-
time.
I think it's more that the Lord knows Cal can only raise one kid at a time.
Yeah, correct. Yes, correct.
They do say God doesn't give you more than you can handle.
Yeah, you are right.
Too many mouths to feed.
I did get like 4 or 5 responses that were like, "I hope that kills you," and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, people are bastards.
And that
Jesus.
was over text.
Yeah. Well, I did. Yeah. I mean, all my buddies were like, I haven't laughed that hard in years, but are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
But,
I had to change my underwear.
Yeah, everybody wanted me hurt, which is fine, I guess.
No, I didn't want you
deserve
hurt.
that.
I was glad that you weren't hurt so that I could laugh. If you had been hurt, I would have had to laugh and pray.
Yeah. But, yeah, it hurts. It's more sore now than it was yesterday, but I'll survive. It was.
Thank you, Diana
The,
Summers.
the Lord gives only his strongest warriors the worst battles.
Don't know
the
what-
thing.
Wow. I don't think Lionel
Don't
Richie
think
has
that's
ever
true.
said that.
I mean, Lionel might have said about it.
I think he knows
And he's
words
wrong,
better.
by the way. I mean,
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm still here. I'll be here. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 years ago, I'd still be laying on the
oh
ground.
yeah, no doubt. I remember when Star tackled him into the snowdrift, and he said he was going into traction.
Remember when I did squats with Star and I started peeing blood and I came to you and said I was dying?
I
And you're
told
like,
that
no,
story
stop,
not long ago, yeah.
stop doing squats with Star.
Yeah, I told that story at one of my speaking engagements. I was like, yeah,
Don't be like him.
yeah. maybe stop squatting.
Yeah.
10 years ago, they would have had to burn down the house like Gilbert Grape's mom as well.
correct.
And you're in much better shape
You
than
are
you were
correct.
10 years ago.
You are correct.
Yeah, how about it's go time, man? 11 days or less, right? 11 days for being induced. Otherwise, your son could show up before that. But I assume you and Kel, no offense to Hawk or Max, but I assume you're both hoping that it's not Christmas Day.
Yeah, we do not want Christmas Day. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one. I mean, again, Chris and Max have lived it their entire lives. They get it.
I don't want to
There's
take
pros and cons.
the shine away from Chris Hogg's daddy.
I clawed my way out. I wanted to be out on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm coming out.
So yeah, we're just
it's crunch time.
We're at that point where like
when you fell this weekend.
Yeah, we have plans like in the next couple of days, and we're like, well, maybe they don't happen. So yeah, that's where we are. And
Yeah,
it's,
you might as well get over that whole idea
it's
of
an-
making plans.
So, but what's different now with the kid? I mean, coming. It's not like you've had plans before, and
No. I just mean like things we're gonna do for the holidays.
Yeah, like you just never know.
Yeah, but again, that is the best part of the next, I would say, year or so of your life. Is anything you want to get out of, you just blame it on the kid.
Yeah, 100%.
From about 0 to 1, that
Corey's
is the
still
ultimate.
blaming it on the kid.
100%.
And the rain.
That's the ultimate trump card. Is
1,000%.
Kid's not feeling great. We got to stay home.
Yeah.
Alex is 30, lives in Seattle, and I do that all the time.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, it's the best.
No, gotta go.
Alex got a cough due to cold, can't come.
Yep, he missed his nap, so now he's really tanking. So we're gonna have to stay home and miss dinner. Sorry.
Yeah, I used you as an excuse the other day. I was like, Sauce fell, broke his asshole.
I didn't break my a-hole. I didn't even fall on my a-hole. I fell on my rib cage.
Yeah, but it pinched.
Yeah,
It sent shockwaves.
It sure did. It sure did.
Yeah. I mentioned it to begin, but the Seahawks loss has officially clinched a spot
That's
for the
right,
Vikings.
baby. It's
So we
on.
are officially in, but pretty good day for the Vikes in general. Yeah, whatever. The Eagles are being the Eagles, but the Lions lost. That opens up a window, right?
Yeah.
Now you're chasing two teams. You're chasing the Lions and the Eagles, but we needed the Lions to lose to somebody to have that last game most likely matter, and of course they did. They lost to the Bills, so now it's game on. We got to win tonight. Let's go.
And they might get to face the Seahawks and Sam Howell next weekend. So there is that.
Yeah.
They just got to win out. If they win out, I don't know about the tiebreakers with Philly.
It's very complicated because there's very similar.
Yeah.
So if they win out and we win out, it could go to like a 4th or 5th tiebreaker.
Philly ends their season at home against the Cowboys and at home against the Giants.
Here's the deal.
So they're going to win out.
Yeah.
If we want a chance at beating Philly, we got to play them here. Because Saquon in Philadelphia with those fans, JC.
Yeah. You don't want to go back either.
Yeah. But we got to beat Chicago tonight.
Yeah, they'll beat
You know?
Chicago.
I sure hope so. This
Chicago's
is one
got
of those
nothing to
games
play
that you're
for.
like, damn it. You know what I
Chicago
mean?
has nothing to play for.
Nothing to play for, but if you win tonight, you're 12-2.
Yeah.
And outside of tiebreakers, you're tied with the Lions and the Eagles for the best record in the NFC.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool with 3 games to go.
Hell yeah.
For those two.
And you might get to face a backup next week, and then the Packers come to town they kind of found something, and then we'll see, man. The Lions defense is Vikings 98 like.
They're just falling apart.
It's just bad.
Maybe 2 more season-ending injuries yesterday, they're saying. So it's just, I obviously the offense can put up points like nobody's business. They scored 42 yesterday and lost, right?
Yeah,
but that defense couldn't stop no, it's Josh Allen, but that defense couldn't stop anybody yesterday. And clearly I was watching it because I had the Goff-Laporta combo in the Charge Challenge, even though it didn't really matter.
No, not at all.
But I had an eye on it anyway, and man, that defense could stop no one.
Yeah, nobody.
No one.
Well, how many? I mean, geez, Louise, man, everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
And again, that was the only thing that was going to stop them, and it's happening.
Which means the window's open. We just need a couple of big injuries to the Eagles. Let's have Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen,
take a fall on his front step and say the F word,
and then yell for his wife.
We can battle him. We can't stop Saquon.
No, they
That's
can't.
the problem, man.
No.
That guy, geez, JC.
So
That's
what?
okay.
7 o'clock ish tonight. 5 o'clock pregame or 5?
5
o'clock.
7. 5 and 7.
5. Game starts at 7.
At 7. 5 and 7, baby.
Are you going, Hogs?
I haven't decided I'm going down to the stadium here yet or not. I have no idea. Are you running the board tonight there, dude? Sacco?
I believe Tenno is. I hope he is.
If you're thinking about going to the game tonight, did you not see who's at halftime?
Yeah.
No.
It's the winter whiteout tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's going to be wearing white.
Yeah.
Because of snow and ice.
So David Duke?
Jeez.
Who?
Rob Van Winkle himself. Vanilla Ice.
You're kidding me.
No.
Are you kidding
Vanilla
me?
Ice is halftime
Why is he not
tonight.
on the Power Trip Morning Show today?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice at U.S. Bank Stadium tonight.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's something else.
That is something else.
Rob Van Winkle, which is a terrible name.
Do you think he has cash?
Some.
I mean, I don't know if he hit an ATM earlier.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like, you don't think he has generational wealth, do you?
I mean, he's got. I'm sure he's even just from appearances and stuff. He's got millions. Maybe he didn't make a ton off the money. I have no idea.
Well, does he have
didn't
to
make
give everything?
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't his song.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Went to court over it. So he might not have got generational wealth off of Ice Ice Baby, but he definitely
Didn't he have another hit?
not really.
No.
Play that funky music, White Boy or whatever the other one was, right?
Again, I don't think that was his either.
Also not his,
Not
exactly.
his. Well,
So-
the song from Ninja Turtles 2 was pretty sweet.
As well.
I don't think he made any money off that.
Go Ninja, go
Yeah,
Ninja, go.
it's so
I don't think he got
terrible.
rich off of that either. Either way,
Mailbox money from That's My Boy.
Oh, yeah, he is in that.
Yeah.
he's in a couple of movies. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Power Hour begins at 8 a.m. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Watch it at KFAN.com/watch.
Yeah. Here we are. Monday morning. Today's what, the 16th? Holy balls. Look at us. Ben and Mussy, I believe, both on their way in today. I don't know. Maxo's in for PA today. Because, you got to be ready, right?
Good point.
Got to rest that voice, baby. Boom! Thanks to everybody at Mall of America for having us out, and we played some tunes. That was fun. On Friday, Matt Kirkwald and I. Then on Saturday, out at the Stanchion in Corcoran for Toys for Tots. That was a lot of fun. And I've never been a bartender before. I'm not cut out for it. People tell you this. You ready? Okay. I'll have a vodka cran, a vodka Red Bull, a vodka Red Bull sugar, a rum and Coke. I'd like a tap Coors Light. I'd like a Mandalay Bay and 2 fingers.
Whoa.
And you're like, how about just a tap beer?
Yeah,
and this is what I
One
said.
tap beer.
I said, tell me the first thing again. And I'd go make that, and I'd come back. Okay, what was that second thing? Luckily, they all knew it was for Toys for Tots, so everybody was being cool. But I don't know. I know that I don't have the memory to be a bartender, and I know that I don't have the patience, and I'm not mean enough.
And you can't hear.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I've always when you get one of those waiters or waitresses that take your order and don't write anything down. And you're how do you?
Yeah.
But it goes both ways, right? Because it's impressive. You're like, man, how do you do that? You're obviously a pro. You're good. You're confident. But on the flip side, at most customers, I don't know about you guys, I get super nervous they're going to screw it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, just write it down. I know you're awesome at your job, but now I think
Especially
you're going to
me,
forget
yeah.
the 3 things that we just asked for that were not standard.
Because I always have a special order. It's always like, if it's a burger, it's like no cheese. Make sure you don't throw pickles on the side because I don't want my bun to be all
juicy,
pickled and soggy.
Yeah, you don't like soggy buns.
Yeah, you don't like pickles near your bun.
Like soggy buns.
I thought you liked pickles near your bun.
Not in my basket.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Speaking of pickles and buns, do you guys see the Eric Moulds story over the weekend? Do you remember Eric Moulds?
I remember wide receiver.
Don't Google this, Sauce. Yeah, receiver.
Right.
I know Creasel Molds.
So this is one of my favorite stories in a long time.
One of my days.
So Eric Moulds used to play wide receiver in the NFL. Longtime Buffalo Bill, right? This story takes the weirdest turn of all time. He is being sued by a woman, a plaintiff, who accuses him of intentionally trying to get her an STD.
Oh.
Okay.
And you're going, well, that's not cool. But the details make it even worse. She claims she found out from Eric Moulds' 8-month pregnant wife that you should probably get checked. The wife reaches out to her and says, hey, I realize what's going on. Just a heads up, you might want to get checked. She does. She gets checked. She has herpes. So she's like, damn it, the pregnant fiance or whatever, or wife or fiance or whatever it is correct. The two of them start basically comparing notes. And then it sounds like, according to the lawsuit, this unnamed plaintiff accuses Eric Moulds of specifically targeting single mothers who were fans of the Bills to intentionally get them herpes. Not just like, hey, I'm going to sleep with the whole town and whatever happens, happens. They claim he intentionally tries to get fans of the Buffalo Bills who are single mothers STDs.
Jeez.
That is a lot of spite.
Yeah. He's pissed.
If there's a city that he's a legend in, it's that one, right? That's where he was the most famous.
Well,
why is he taking it out on them? Wouldn't you try to get other fan bases STDs?
Yeah, that's a weird turn.
Those are your people.
Yeah.
Did you just say, yeah, that's weird turn?
That's a weird turn in the story.
Oh,
I thought he saw a bird.
I thought my name changed to Turn.
Yeah.
He played 10 seasons with the Bills. So again, this is not like Anthony Edwards just sleeping with... Doesn't Anthony already have like 5 kids with like 5 different women?
That's the hot rumor.
Yeah, so it's not like Ant's just sleeping with the whole town because he's having fun. This sounds like it's targeted.
Pissed.
Man, that is next level.
That's pretty weird, man. I wonder what his side of the story is.
Yeah.
Single mothers who were fans of the Bills, specifically living in Western New York.
Jeez.
Is who we targeted.
That's like you would read a serial killer.
Exactly.
Yes, correct. You're 100% correct, Hogs.
Man, because it's such a fine line. It's not just saying, well, where are you most famous? Well, Western New York. Well, I guess you can sleep with any Bills fan you want. Yeah, I can. But I want to get them STDs. What? I don't know how they know that part.
Yeah.
How does the fiance and this gal both know that he's specifically trying to do that? Not just have sex, but specifically trying to infect them. Anyway, shout out to Eric Moulds. If any of that's true, that's insane.
That is
But I
insane.
freaking love it. That's next level.
Yeah, that's weird, man. I don't get it.
Herpes.
Yeah, terrible. The gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
I mentioned that to a neighbor the other day, and she brought up a good point. If you have herpes, don't you have to almost, especially if they're flaring, don't you have to get a C-section then? Because isn't it dangerous for a kid to be born in that condition?
I believe that's true. Yeah, I believe that's
I don't
true.
think you want them going out that path
No, I believe you're right.
if they're laced with STDs. I believe let's find another exit for this kiddo.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's the worst.
Yeah, how old is he? He's starting late.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, maybe this isn't his first
I've
kid.
never
but-
heard of him.
You don't remember Eric?
No.
What?
I don't remember that name.
How is that
Eric
possible?
Weihenmayer?
You've watched football your entire life. He was a Pro Bowler. Multiple Pro Bowls.
Eric
He was a good wide
Weihenmayer.
receiver for a while. That's really weird to me that you've never heard that name.
Ooh, we could get some real snow on Thursday. Ooh. We can get 2 to 5 inches on Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so much.
So can Kel.
That's all. Oh.
No.
A lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's more than a dusting.
Absolutely.
I'd like it. Bring it.
Yeah, by the way, Sauce, 3-time Pro Bowler. He even made the second team All-Pro twice. 98 and 2002. He made the Bills' 50th anniversary team.
Jeez.
He's 51.
Yeah. And still humping.
Still humping away.
Yeah, still humping. Maybe shouldn't be.
maybe keep it to yourself, Eric.
Maybe keep that filthy thing to yourself. Boy, that's a dirty D word right there, man.
Well, and his last name is spelled with a U, but otherwise he's putting mold in everybody.
Oh, he sure
well
is.
played.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Golly.
God.
Yeah, keep that thing to yourself, Eric. Wyhan Mayer.
When does he move to single grandmothers?
I mean, pretty soon.
Yeah. There's some who are both, I bet.
Doesn't sound like he's very picky.
No. Definitely has a type, though.
Don't pick at that.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Why mothers, too? How about just single women?
Yeah, what a weirdo.
And if you're trying to infect people with STDs, why do you care if they're married or not or have a kid or not? Just spread your moldy seed everywhere.
Yeah,
that is
moldy
weird.
seed.
That's the weirdest thing about it is like that you have to be a mother.
Yeah. Oh. Eric.
The
You know, you always
STD
say like Eric Moulds is a full sentence.
Yeah.
This is the most apropos.
Yeah,
right.
correct.
Eric Moulds. He sure does.
He sure as hell does.
He sure as hell does. Front page sports, including a pretty hot hockey team. I know they lost yesterday, but Zachary, your kid, Kirill, not your kid. You're not a single mother in Western New York.
Yeah, no shot at this.
He's one of the front runners for MVP. So the season that they're having right now is insane, and Kirill's having a statistically just gigantic year. A couple more goals yesterday. We'll talk about that later. Ben Leber in like 30 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on a Vikings Monday. They play tonight right here on the Fan.
Fan.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. You know, Justin Jefferson's in a race for the receiving crown against Jamar Chase's former teammate.
There's 4 games left. You know, there's time for me to still get in that league, and a touchdown's gonna be hard to catch him in, but everything else, you know, it definitely will be a competition. It always will be a competition between us. We always want to be the best, and I mean, you're not the best unless you have, you know, those stats. So it definitely will be great to compete with them always.
Yeah, probably not going to catch him in yards either. Jamar Chase, 1,413 yards. And Justin Jefferson, second in the NFL with 1,170.
That's before tonight's game.
That is before tonight's game. That's
and
true.
He's going to get 212 tonight.
Well, then it's game on.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not impossible. That's just a really big gap, but we'll see.
Big gap. Eric Moulds is interested.
Yeah. Genius.
Oh, man.
Ears just perked up, but they're covered in herpes sores.
Yeah.
But they did perk up.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented
People
by
who didn't
all
hear
these
that
station stores.
You know, by the way, that was a non sequitur for people who didn't hear the segment prior to this.
Yeah, correct.
Who's Eric Moulds and why is the ears perking up? Sorry.
And unlike Sauce, if you remember the name Eric Moulds and you just tuned in, you're like, why does Eric Moulds like giant gaps?
Yeah, correct.
What is he into?
He loves Holiday.
He does love Holiday, and who doesn't? You can get a couple of Monster Energy drinks. Buy 2, get 1 free. These 16-ounces. I got one of these right here. These white ones, right? These are awesome. Buy 2, get 1 free limited time if you want Monster Energy at our friends at Holiday. The Seattle Seahawks lost, which means the Vikings are officially into the playoffs for 2024. The 2024 playoffs start in like January, but still, they're in. They host the Chicago Bears tonight, but now they have a lot to play for anyway because the Lions lost. So the Lions are 12-2. The Eagles are 12-2. The Vikings can join them at 12-2 with a win tonight. Outside of the tiebreakers, they would be tied with the best of the best in the NFC. That'd be pretty cool. The Vikings have won 6 straight games. The Bears have lost 7 straight.
Yep.
You know, in poker, we always say if you take a really bad beat, you cannot go on tilt, right? You have to move on, forget about the last hand.
Yep.
Right? Bad beat, fine. Forget it. Can't do anything about it. The Bears' losing streak started on the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Right? They lose that Hail Mary to Washington, and everything unraveled. Everything.
Everything.
Right? The team fell apart. They fired the coach. They've lost 7 straight. You just wonder if that doesn't happen, what happens the rest of the season. I just doubt they derail the way that they do. Right, because then you had the kid that was, what was his name? Tyreek Stevenson or whatever, the kid that was dancing and taunting on that final Hail Mary. Then we had to worry about, like, what are they going to do with him? Are they going to suspend him? Are they going to bench him? Locker room turmoil. I wonder how much that mattered the rest of the year. They haven't won since.
They haven't won since.
They were 4-2 when that happened. Yeah. If that just falls, they go to 5-2.
Yeah.
You want to hear the craziest stat? In the 7-game losing streak, where's the old button here? Timing's everything. I've been off for a week here. They've lost 7 consecutive games, the Chicago Bears. How many interceptions has Caleb Williams thrown in the last almost 2 months?
It's 1 or 0.
0.
Yeah.
How do you lose 7 straight when your quarterback has not thrown an interception in 7 straight games?
Yeah.
He's thrown 7 touchdowns, no picks, and they're 0-7. Isn't that insane?
Yeah. And that loss before that Vikings game, the last 4 games before that loss to the Vikings, he hadn't thrown a touchdown either.
Yeah. Vikings are about 6.5-point favorites tonight on DraftKings. The over-under is 44. And again, Vanilla Ice halftime.
Yeah, that'll be great.
That's pretty crazy.
Still Campbell, I think you guys are fooling me.
No, they tweeted it.
Vikes tweeted it yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is he not on this show? He should be sitting right here with us.
He's probably flying in this afternoon.
Yeah, probably.
In his private jet.
Going home.
No, he's probably on Spirit.
Oh.
He's probably hanging out with Eric Moulds.
Oh. Poor Vanilla.
As in, like, if Eric Moulds bangs your single mother, what do you need to do to that kid? You need to ice that baby, because that kid is going to be infected as well.
Oh, poor baby.
Is that how that works?
Sure.
Who knows?
Who knows?
On Saturday, Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy, the first Colorado winner since Rashaan Salam in 1994.
Yeah.
Rashaan Salam. Haven't
Remember
done that
him?
name in forever.
Oh, exactly. 30 years.
Yeah.
It was the closest Heisman vote since 2009 when Mark Ingram beat Toby Gerhardt.
Oh, I forgot about Toby Gerhardt.
Good old Toby.
And it's only the 5th time in the 21st century that it went to a non-quarterback.
Wow.
Incredible.
5th time out of, 24 or so, give or take.
Big red eyeball.
Congrats, Trev.
Man, I hope that gets back to him.
Me too. That's nice of you, Zach.
Just throw it out there in the ether. Maybe somebody will tweet this to him and say, look at what Zach Halverson said to you.
You know,
the nicest thing possible.
Yeah,
even if he never hears it, he's going to feel it.
He's going to feel it.
He's
though.
going to know.
Yeah.
The Wolves won 106-92 over the San Antonio Spurs. The Wolves are now 14-11, and with 26 points, Wemby with 20. Up next, Cat and the Knicks.
How about that?
At Target Center, 8:30 on Thursday. I believe that's a TNT game.
Yes, it is.
Cat
Dynamite.
and the Knicks.
Man. The Wolves have kind of found something. They've won 6 of 7, and in those 6 wins, they've given up less than 100 points on defense. So, I don't know. 14-11, they kind of found something.
The Minnesota Wild won on Saturday against the Flyers. They won 4-1, and Kirill scored twice, right? Goals 19 and 20. And then they lost yesterday, but Kirill scored twice again, Zachary, with goals 21 and 22. But they lose to Vegas 3-2. Wallstead was in goal for the Wild, 24 saves in the loss. The Wild do have the second most points in the NHL behind only Winnipeg.
Yeah, and Kirill is tied for the lead in goals with Leon Draisaitl in the NHL right now. It's just the injuries are piling up again, just like last year. Gustafsson getting looked at right now. That's why they had to call up Wallstead yesterday, and he was, quickly thrust into that game. It was his first time playing at the X, and did pretty well. He looked a little shaky a little bit in the beginning, but sort of found his stride. And man, the Wild so close at the end of tying it. That was a very good Vegas Golden Knights team, and if we were full strength like they are, I think it would have been a different result. But doesn't get easier. Big week this week, more games, and hopefully the injury bug slows down a bit. But
Zachary, can you do me a favor? This might be a tough Google.
Sure.
Can you look up all-time Hart Trophy winners and voting, and what's the closest a Wild member has ever come to getting it? Like, was Gabrick back in the day, did he finish 4th or 5th one time? Because Kirill Kaprizov is the Vegas favorite to win MVP as of December 16th. On DraftKings, he's plus 125. Almost even money to win MVP. Then Connor McDavid is next at 3-1. Kucherov's at 7-1. McKinnon's at 7-1. Then even Draisaitl, who you just mentioned, Zachary, is 25-1, partially because he's on McDavid's team, right? And if they do really well, McDavid. Anyway, so Kirill is your favorite. That doesn't mean he's going to win it, but what's the closest a Wild player has ever come to winning MVP?
I mean, off the top of my head, and by the way, this is something that we'll check Twitter. Maybe by the time Wild News rolls around, we can revisit this, but I have not, off the top of my head, thought or can't think of anybody who's even come close.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if have we ever had somebody finish even like 4th or 5th even?
I mean, if you watch the 2 goals he scored yesterday, and I tweeted it last night, I was like, I mean, it is an honor to watch him. He is an absolute superstar. The second goal where he grabbed a puck out of the air, caught the puck.
That's cheating. Put
dropped
your hands
it to his
down.
stick, and in one fluid motion, just put it to an area of the net I didn't even know you could make it to. Almost sent the water bottle flying. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, and LaPanta and Walls on the TV broadcast basically were saying, like, how did he get that much power that quickly? Because it was almost simultaneously, like, the puck hit the ice and it was in the back of the net within 0.1 seconds. Like, how did that just happen? It was just lasered.
Did you guys hear Eric Moulds say, I want to give that mother hoopers?
Yeah, I did say that.
That's how he talks. So you are familiar with him. He's got a very Colonel Sanders kind of drawl.
Yeah, he wants to give everybody herpes. He thinks it's a good thing.
I wish it was a more devastating disease than herpes. I mean, it's not like herpes is fun, but I wish it was chlamydia or gonorrhea, something real evil.
That's terrible.
What's your problem?
Chlamydia and gonorrhea you can cure. You can't cure herpes.
That's a good question. I don't know which ones are curable and which ones are not.
Well, ask me.
Yeah, ask Hawk.
Let me go what do you call the app? My chart?
Yeah, my chart. Brilliant. What a great line.
I thought, don't you have like a business, like an index card in your wallet? Pull out.
Oh, crap.
It's like the WCCO weather watcher.
Yeah, correct.
It turned green, which means Chris says chlamydia is curable.
No, green means he's clean. Yeah.
Oh, green means clean.
Yeah.
What does blue mean?
Brown, put me down.
The weather watcher is red. Chris is dead.
Yeah. Oh, Hawk.
Yeah, and while the watcher's yellow, he's an itchy fellow.
I think it's yellow right now in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Chris Schaefer.
Oh, man.
Oh, by the way, you've got herpes.
Poor Chris Schaefer.
Schaefer.
The Green Bay Packers did beat the Seahawks 30-13. Green Bay is now up to 10-4. Seattle falls to 8-6. But like you mentioned, Sauce, did Geno get hurt in that game, or what's going on here? How bad is the injury?
He got hit low, but it wasn't like
dirty,
vicious or a penalty because he jumped in the air and he went out. They said it was a knee injury.
Oof.
So, but the head
Vikes
coach
play him what? They play them next week?
Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Sunday.
I think the head coach said there's no structural damage, but they'll know more later as we go.
We got a 3:00 game against them coming up Sunday.
And I would guess that Packer game 2 weeks from yesterday is going to get moved. I don't think that'll be a noon game.
I would say you're probably right about that.
And we would know when, Zacho? Don't we have to know by like tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we looked it up. It's probably going to be, it's 325 or bust. I don't think Fox is going to let that go.
Because the night game, I looked it up before the show. I think the night game that weekend is Miami and the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sunday night game that weekend is, Dolphins at Browns. So nobody will watch that.
I mean, Vikings, Seahawks will be moved probably as well.
That's a week in 6 days?
You think they'll move that to a night game?
To 425.
It already is.
It already is.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on the,
Yeah, because we'll be getting back at about tomorrow.
Yeah.
They put that as a night game. You might as well just buy me an apartment out there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Man, it does seem like you fly to Seattle every year.
It does seem like we go there every year.
Yeah. Preseason or regular season, you go there all the time.
Good for me, but that's a weird place. We go there all the time. And I can't remember how often they come here, but it doesn't seem like very often they come here.
No. All right, What Really Matters is next. Ben Leber in about 12 minutes is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Power Trip, here we are, and TJ Hawkinson on his head coach. What he loves about that dude.
He's going to say what's up to you every day. He's going to ask you how everything is, how's life. He's going to have conversations with you about other things than football. So when you have that from a head coach, it just is a trickle-down effect. I mean, I'm not out here playing football for just me. I'm out here playing it for the boys. I just want, he gives us time to go out, hang out. He wants us to do things outside of the building and gives us time to do that.
Good. I like that dude.
Yep, let's hope he has a monster game tonight and scares the crap out of John Creasel and maybe even Parrish and Sauce if you really put up a monster game tonight.
Let's go.
Sauce, every TJ touchdown is going to send shivers down your spine just a little bit. He's due, too. Let's have a 3-touchdown, 150-yard game out of TJ Hawkinson.
Due.
Because, Zach, at this point, right, since you've already lost, you're guaranteed to lose.
Misery loves company, right?
You definitely want other people to go down with you, right? Even though one of them might be an American hero, John Creasel.
Oh, yeah.
You want more.
Screw everybody.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's the right attitude.
Yeah, Eric Moulds.
There we go.
Let's do What Really Matters, scores and stats around the world of sports. And in between, Chris will change your life with something else.
That's what really matters, right?
God dang right.
Yep. All right, Vikes and Chicago tonight at U.S. Bank Stadium, Monday Night Football. There's a doubleheader tonight, actually. 2 Monday Night Football games, but the Vikings are the only one we really care about. It's on the Fan. Vikes are 11-2. The Bears are 4-9, hence the 49ers. The Bears are 4-9. They're 0-6 on the road.
Yeah.
Have not won on the road.
I hope
that'll continue tonight.
Hope we just step on them early and...
Yeah. They have nothing to play for.
Daniel Jones is playing quarterback by the fourth quarter.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Let's defer if we win the coin toss.
Yeah, we always do.
And let's give it to TJ Hawkinson 6 straight times.
Yeah.
Punch it in the end zone in the first 60 seconds and call it a day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Let's just do that about 36 times and break the record for most touchdowns ever scored by one person.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
What really matters, though, is this.
I watched a movie last night on the Netflix.
Yeah.
With Jason Bateman.
Carry On?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch it? Anybody else watch it?
No.
Taron Egerton?
Yeah. There's some ridiculously to it, but I kid you not, I was sweating sitting on my couch. It was such a, they really did a good job of the suspense and how's he going to get out of this. He ran a Tom Cruise amount.
Taron Egerton did, or Jason Bateman did?
Jason Bateman did not even walk fast. He was the bad guy, which is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But really well done. I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was good. And they say it's like Die Hard because it's based around Christmas, but it is a thriller. And I would say that it is it's the best film like that since Die Hard when it comes to that. I thought it was really well done, and it's only on Netflix. So that matters. I would encourage you to give it a watch, but make sure that you don't have to go to bed right afterwards because I fell asleep on the couch, woke up, watched it, and then laid there and looked at the ceiling all night.
Wow.
Zach, your hands up.
I was thinking watching that trailer in the theater however many months ago. That's kind of like throw the FBI and other the CIA into other their computers that alert them when somebody's talking terrorism. Do they have that's gotta raise some flags when Hollywood's even it's Hollywood, but they're writing scripts. I wonder how that works. Do they have do they have to check out all of that every single time and then go, oh, it's only a movie again. Oh, it's only a movie again.
I don't know.
Don't know.
That's a good question.
But I will say this: there's a couple of scenes where they're inside LAX where the bags go and how they're separated and stuff like that. I've never seen the inside of an airport like that. And if it's like that, it looks much like Santa's workshop is always depicted. Like in Polar Express, where the presents are going in different directions. That's kind of how it looked on the movie. And I wonder if it's really like that.
No, it's fascinating, man.
I bet, man.
I watched way too many of those videos of
Santa's workshop.
Wow, that too. But bags going through that. Everything is the automation, the ability for the machines to quickly scan your tag and then go swing an arm out and say you got to go this way and this way, and it's crazy, especially in Denver, like DIA.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
really?
That setup is. Because it's so freaking huge.
That is a huge airport.
Black Doves on Netflix is super fun.
What's that?
It's the Keira Knightley spy show.
Oh, yeah?
It's got a little touch of Americans to it. It's like Americans meets Jason Bourne, and then there's a little touch of Kill Bill almost. Super good.
94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Very, very good. It's only 6 episodes. Super good. And there's a couple of moments where normally I'd go, oh God, what is this? But it's so much fun and it's so good that you just move on. Like it does one of the things I hate in action shows or movies like this. Oh, this is a series. Is the bit where like one person has a gun pointed at somebody else and they're dead to rights, right? They got them. And the person that has the gun pointed at them slowly starts walking towards the gun and you're like, well, don't let him walk. Just shoot him.
Just shoot him.
And they walk so close that eventually they knock the gun out. There's a couple of moments like that. You're like, that's how they got out of it. But the rest of the show is so good, it doesn't matter.
Oh, sweet.
I think it's like, I don't know, between Carrie Russell and Keira Knightley, maybe I just like that look of women in that role. Because this show was super fun and it felt exactly like Carrie Russell and the Americans.
Yeah.
Highly recommend Black Doves on
tell you,
Netflix.
Watching the Carry On movie, I couldn't help but wonder, like, at what point in real life do you say, well, the good of the many is more important than the good of the few? In other words, like, we're going to take out your loved one if you don't do this, but if you do this, it's going to take out hundreds and hundreds of people. And that sounds like, it's a movie trope. And you say to yourself, well, of course, you let them do what they got to do and you save as many people as possible. But in reality,
you'd save your spouse or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
Like every time.
Yeah.
But what's the number of people? Like, I'm willing to give up 250 people for my loved one, but I don't know about 300.
It's a fun negotiation.
Yeah,
Hi,
it really
Ben Leber.
is. Yeah. Hi, Ben.
Hi, guys. What are you guys talking about?
Netflix.
Carry On. This
Oh,
movie I
the
saw.
Jason Wayward show.
Yeah. It's a good
Text
show.
us 646-686. How many beloved ones would you save for however many people would die?
Oh, look, 10 out of 10, according to Unilad, whatever the hell that is. That's what the guy's given 10 out of 10, this movie that I watched.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Jason Bateman, well, he looks like Jason Bateman, talks like Jason Bateman.
He's really good, though.
I like that guy.
love Bateman.
I'd kiss him right on the mouth.
Sauce, how many strangers is the most number of strangers you would let die to save Muppet?
A Muppet? Well, that's different.
Oh, God. I mean,
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands. If I didn't know who they were, hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Like real strangers.
Yeah, people I had never met,
That's one of the most evil things I've ever heard in my life.
Literally. Are you talking like women and children?
Legitimately despicable.
Just random men.
just random men.
Why men?
So you mean
It's a random man.
fathers, brothers, husbands.
Sure.
Yeah.
You'd let hundreds of thousands of them die instead of your dog.
Yep.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I asked.
Just disgusting.
Oh, man. It says here that wasn't really the airport.
Oh.
Some bitch. But I bet it looks like that.
I'm sure it does, yeah. I'm going to go watch
Oh, wait,
that.
they took over Louis Armstrong Airport in New Orleans.
What a wonderful airport.
Well played. I like Tara Edgerton. That guy's good, man.
Yeah,
He's in
he is good.
Kingsman. He's Elton John. He played Mufasa.
He did?
No, I don't know.
I saw a clip on social media the other day of that dude getting interviewed, and he said his girlfriend puts cookies in a lockbox so he doesn't eat them.
Was that right?
Really? So he's like a Cookie Monster.
Yeah, and that's who he compared himself to. And he also, but like putting cookies in a lockbox does sound like a euphemism.
Yeah, that does.
My girlfriend put her cookies in a lockbox.
He also said
Oh,
that,
really? Shutting it down for a while?
Yeah.
Brings a whole
Chastity belt?
Yeah, chastity belt.
brings a whole new meaning to who put their fingers in the cookie jar.
Oh, boy.
He also said that, sadly, she used to date Eric Moulds.
Oh, no.
Should have put that in a lockbox.
That's sad.
Did you hear that story, Ben?
So I heard this story, but I'm a little confused. How do they know what his motivation was?
I don't know
that's
that
a good
either. I don't know how these women know that he specifically did that, but I guess in the lawsuit, they're claiming he did this intentionally. No idea, but I love that accusation so much that it's not just he gave me herpes and he knew that he had it, so he should have told me. It's that he's targeting single mothers that are Bills fans and is trying to give as many people herpes as possible. How do they know that?
I feel like maybe the motivation's not correct, and he just has a kink.
Let a boy dream.
I think that he
just let us dream that this is exactly what he's doing.
I'm guessing
it's so much better.
I'm guessing he sees a vulnerability into these women that are single moms that
Bills
are Bills
fans.
fans, and he's like, I know I can just slide up.
And of course he can. Right, I'm Eric Moulds. I played here for a decade.
What if his motivation is simply to get as much V as possible? I mean,
Wow, that's a fascinating thought.
right? You know what I mean?
Did you ever play? You must have played against him at some point, right? Did you ever tackle Eric Moulds?
Maybe. I don't
Have
know.
you checked your scabs?
Check your hands.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I had some eczema at one time. Okay, for the uninformed herpes person over here,
Sure.
is it one of those things that you only transmit when you have a flare-up, or is it just all the time?
That is correct. You only transmit it when you have a flare-up. Yeah. So,
Man, you are
So-
a real D-bag. If you just know that you've got a flare-up, you're like, I am prime right now.
That answers your question earlier,
I could be wrong. Let me check to make sure.
Corey.
Which part?
And you're like, how do you know if like that's part of that's his motivation? If he's only doing it when he's flaring up.
My guess is he's having intercourse when he's not flaring up.
I know, but maybe that's what just normally other women. Maybe he's only having the single mom sex when he's flaring up.
But again,
Oh, wait, you can't transfer it.
But out of anybody who needs an
Yeah.
STD, single mothers need it the least.
Yeah, correct.
Leave them alone.
Nobody needs an STD.
Right, nobody needs it, but who needs it the least? Somebody who's worrying about another person by themselves.
Right.
That's the last thing she's got to have on her plate.
If you have
is
a
herpes
lesion,
plate.
you can spread it. So if you have a lot of soldiers that you're leading across the desert to fight the Romans.
Brilliant.
What does Eric's crotch do?
Molds.
Thank you. Yes, it does.
It sure does, man.
I'm actually really surprised that of all the modern technology that we have and innovations and discoveries, no cure for herpes, huh?
Can you imagine the amount of ads I'm going to get for herpes meds now
correct.
that I Googled
Yep,
that?
you are correct. No one's going to sit down at that computer and be like, what the hell?
Wait, you didn't do that from your phone, did you?
No.
Yeah, I wonder if you did overlap with him, Ben. I mean, he played until 07. He played Bills through 05, Texans in 06, Titans in 07.
Well, then I must have played against him.
Maybe.
Beyond the sea.
How about 5 yards short of getting to 10,000? I know it's just a number, but if you're at 9,995 career yards,
that's tough.
5 yards short of 10,000 yards in your career.
Do you come back like
Whoa.
just
Whoa.
well,
Not if you're looking.
Yeah, I don't.
but just as like knowing that you're like the third guy, like just to get the 5 yards.
Yeah.
Some ceremonial thing.
Oh, hang on. I read the wrong Wikipedia page. 9,995 single mothers have herpes in Western New York.
Gosh,
That's
You
low.
did read the wrong thing.
So he's 5 away.
talk about a legacy.
He'll get there. We'll do wild news in a second. More with Ben Leber. More of what really matters after this on the Fan.
Join the Power Trip's Cory Cove at Treasure Island this Saturday for a wild watch party. Stop by Parlay at 5 p.m. to enter for your chance to win great prizes. Then stick around for puck drop between the Wild and the Jets at 6. Full details now at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Yeah, that'll be fun. TI this weekend.
Man,
See you there.
I got to tell you, that sounds like fun. I got to tell you, I have some things for what really matters here about Home Alone that I legitimately did not know, and I wonder if you guys did.
After all this time, it's stuff that you don't know.
I legitimately never noticed this in a movie that I watch every year, and I probably watched every year for 30 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, let's go around the NFL.
Okay.
And do what really matters. But first, let's do wild news presented by Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com. Thanks, Catalyst.
Well,
boost your build with Catalyst Supply. Kirill scored twice, 21 and 22 on the year, but they lose to the Vegas Golden Knights 3-2, Zachary.
I'll let you guess who the catalyst of the game was.
I'm going to go with
Eric Moulds.
Man, this is a good question.
Steve Lombardozzi?
Let me see here.
My left nut.
Whoa.
I don't know. Just tell me.
Kirill Kaprizov.
Holy moly, he finally
2
got one.
goals. One of the leading candidates for the Hart Trophy this year, by the way. According to, I'm going to screw this name up, Eric Tibbetts.
That's right.
On Twitter.
Could be Eric, by the way.
Eric could be also that. Gabrick was 11th in 07 and 08. And, yeah.
You
for
don't know who
MVP.
Eric Tibbetts is? You've met him a bunch of times.
You do know
Eric.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, you know him.
Just spelled
Good dude.
weird.
Yes.
So 11th is the closest a Wild player has ever gotten to MVP. 11th place.
Suter was 12th in 15th. That's what I was like. I said super. I'm like, what the heck is super?
Super.
But it was Suter was 12th in 15, 16.
Either way, again, who knows if Kirill's going to win it, but as of right now, he is the favorite on DraftKings to be MVP. It's pretty cool. Long way to go, though.
And Gus is getting there on the Vesna. So he's in the top like 3 or 4.
It's like a European scooter. He's almost to the arena.
Get on the bus, Gus.
The Wild
Great
host
song.
Florida Wednesday at 8:30. Is that a national TV game as well?
It's going to be a very late game. That's a home game. Probably 8:52 puck drop.
Jeez. What really matters though is this.
Home Alone.
Yeah, the best.
A lot of setup in the beginning of the movie for what Kevin does later in the movie. Stay with me for a minute. Mr. McAllister tells Kevin to pick up his micro machines because Aunt Leslie stepped on one and almost broke her neck. Of course, a little bit later, Harry and Marv both step on those micro machines and almost break their neck.
Paul, your hands up.
Aunt Leslie Woodhawk.
Don't remember what she looks like, but sure, she's in
She
the
got
movie.
glasses on, so she ain't gonna be able to see later.
Yeah.
Kevin's mom tells his dad that Kevin was, quote, in the garage again playing with the glue gun. Later, he uses the glue gun with the plastic wrap. Kevin explains that he was just making ornaments out of fish hooks. Later, of course, those ornaments are laid in front of the window.
Oh, yeah.
When Marv steps in, which, by the way, that one hurts me as much as any one of them.
Yeah.
When
I don't
he
know.
steps barefoot
The
on
nail.
those things.
The nail.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's bad, too. That's bad, too, yeah. And then later, Kevin's dad reprimands him for using that glue gun, and Kevin responds, "Did I burn the joint down? I don't think so." At the end of the movie, what does Buzz say to Kevin? It's pretty cool that you didn't burn the place down.
Yeah. Yeah. Great film.
Thank you.
Although, I hate saying this because
Then don't say it. Then don't say
I
it.
won't say it. You're right. I won't say
No, I want to hear it now.
And here, with what he doesn't want to say, is the fans, Paul Lambert.
Cory's right. The second one is just the exact.
It's terrible.
film.
But that
Second
doesn't mean
one's
it's
not
bad.
terrible.
That doesn't mean it's bad.
Second one's
It's
unwatchable.
not terrible, but it's
not
good.
it's
Unwatchable.
literally
It's very
the
watchable.
exact same movie.
I've seen the first Home Alone about 6,000 times,
Same.
and I love it.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the second one about
Pantsless.
twice because I'm like, this is just bad.
It's great.
Oh, man.
It's got
Watch the first
It's
one.
got a ton of good moments in it, but it's literally the exact same film, just a different setting.
And it's got that sexy.
Yeah, the bird lady.
Yeah.
Paul, your hand is up.
Woodhawk.
100%.
You'd bang
She
the
loves
bird
animals.
lady? The bird lady?
Yeah, but she'd have to shower because.
Do you believe the bird lady in Home Alone 2 is a little bit like Laney Boggs and She's All That? That if we just got her a makeover and took the glasses off, that she'd be just a smoke show?
Yeah.
I don't think bird lady's wearing glasses. I'm just saying metaphorically. You know, like take the hat off.
Yeah.
Maybe take that giant coat off. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah,
Is there
she's
something to work
spackling.
with?
Hawk?
Yeah, buddy.
Would you?
I just said yes.
That's the dumbest thing.
Look her up.
That is the dumbest thing about She's All That is Rachel Lee Cook is super hot even with glasses.
Yeah.
It's like somehow if you can't see well, you're ugly.
Right? Piers Morgan is pretty hot.
Yeah, that's the best bit, that it's Piers Morgan. Yeah. That's funny.
Rachel Lee Cook is Piers Morgan?
No,
Yes,
that's the
yes.
bird lady.
In an alternate universe, absolutely. Is it
Yeah,
my
they
turn?
do look exactly alike.
Yeah.
That's yours.
The Chiefs won 21-7 over the Browns, but the big news late is that Patrick Mahomes sprained his ankle. I think it's a high ankle sprain. His his availability is unsure moving forward here, starting next week. They were saying that he might have been able to push through and finish that game if it had been a game that mattered, but they were up by a bunch and had the game in control. So maybe one of those things, Ben, where today it's going to be super painful, but yesterday he could have fought through it a little bit. Maybe it's one of those situations.
Well, he's done this before. I mean, he's had ankle issues before, and he's pushed through it. So we know that he can do it. Not every injury is the same.
Right.
But, yeah, I think an ankle injury like that is way easier to push through day of. Now, today it's going to feel like crap, and it's going to hurt real, real bad.
Well, we'll see. Paul, your hands up yet again.
As of right now, the Texans are 2-point favorites. So, and they play at the Chiefs on Saturday. And then the Chiefs play again on Wednesday, on Christmas Day.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I
What
think they're
really
both
matters,
home
though,
games,
is this.
Did you guys know, and I think this is one I have noticed before, that when they spill the milk in the kitchen,
Yes.
Kevin's ticket gets thrown away.
Yep.
And you can actually see it in the trash can.
I was just about to ask this question because I haven't flown in the world before phones where you can just look up your boarding pass.
Yeah.
Like, weren't those important back in the day? Like, if you, because you had the full like envelope full of whatever and pieces of paper and stuff. How could they be so careless?
Well, it was Kevin's fault.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted him to go either.
I don't think they
were all
did.
tired
I
of
think the conspiracy is they left them because they wanted to enjoy their European vacation without Kev.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to watch the clip right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, why would they choose to put that in? Why would they choose to put that actually in the movie?
That to see that his that's why they didn't notice he wasn't on the plane because they didn't have his ticket.
Yeah, but then why miscount in the? I mean, it seems like an unnecessary thing to add in there.
No,
it's very necessary.
No, it's necessary because on the next morning when they hand out all the tickets, his is gone, and they don't think to look for Kevin or
at the
hand
airport,
him the
right?
ticket.
The head count by the van
Is
gets
that other
everybody to
kid.
the airport without worrying about it. Then when they're handing out the tickets at the airport, then there's not one extra ticket.
I get it now.
You see?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, do you see? Is your life complete now? You figured out? You got it? Yeah, thank you.
Wow, this is such a full circle moment.
Why did the pizza guy not call the cops when he got shot at?
100%.
When he thought he got shot at 1,000 times, why wouldn't he say, I just tried to deliver a pizza in a gunfight?
Well, now you're
out.
thinking too deeply about it.
Well, but like he doesn't get back to the pizza shop and they're like, hey, how'd that go? Well, I got shot at. And he doesn't think about
Yeah, I called the guy cheap because he didn't tip very much, and he must have heard me, and then he shot at me.
A lot. How about the cop just saying, well, nobody's here.
But the other thing about that scene is how does the cop not knock on the door and say police?
Correct.
Right. If it's a young kid.
And even if he says police, the mom said he left the kid at home. You break that door down and you find that little
bastard. Yeah, you want to say it.
But even if he had yelled, I'm the police, let me in, Kevin already saw that the wet bandits were dressed as police, so he wouldn't trust police officers anyway.
True.
Shoot.
Yeah. Good point.
Yep. Box.
Man, John Hughes, you really got us in a pretzel here. You thought of everything.
Sure did.
Yeah, sure did, Zacko.
And then those guys were going to kill him if it weren't for that old man.
Yeah, the old man.
Yeah, the old
Do they have an alternate ending where he doesn't show
The old
up?
man who every scene until they meet in the church is a creep and never says hi to Kevin. He just always walks in a really weird way and never says, hey, I'm your
Because
neighbor.
Kevin sees him and runs away.
Yeah, but
he probably didn't want to scare him or chase after him.
But also when they're in
It would have been creepier for him to go after him.
when they're in the convenience store and he's buying the toothbrush and he slams his bloody hand down on the. Don't do that. That's creepy. Just say hi.
And then Death stares him
Yeah,
as
right.
Kevin backs
Right.
out of the store.
Say hi.
I think that was supposed to be like what Kevin thought he saw.
Agree. Yeah.
I think it
That
was
was Kevin's perspective.
Oh.
Do you remember when Kevin pretends there's a party and he uses the Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
cutout.
sure.
He cut the basketball out of Michael Jordan's hand.
Oh, my. How did I? What?
Look, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's genius.
Right there's the poster with the basketball.
What?
Right here's the poster without the basketball.
How did we not?
Yeah, wow.
I know. I told you it was blowing my
mind.
Just so the Wet Bandits didn't think a guy was walking around the house with a basketball.
We wouldn't dance.
Is Michael Jordan in there?
Yeah, without a basketball?
Let's see what games matter here. Well, this one does. The Bills scored 48 points on the Lions, who continue to take defensive injuries. 48-42. The Lions kind of made a late push to make it kind of interesting, but come up short. So the Bills up to 11-3. The Lions now fall to 12-2. Ben, Jared Goff, 494 yards and 5 touchdowns. So we know the Lions' offense is explosive. They still have Laporta and Gibbs and Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Brown. They have everybody.
Yeah.
But this defense is just bleeding, right? Season-ending injuries, IR, all over the place.
Yeah, more last night.
Is this one of those things where if this team is healthy, they are probably an unstoppable force, but this is how sports work? They just cannot stay healthy, and that might be their downfall.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
It seems like the war of attrition is something they're losing. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate because if you want to just look at the talent on the roster and what they've been able to put out in the first third of the season, it's like they're unstoppable. And you think at that roster at this point in time in the season, if they're going to throw for that much, if they're going to play great defense, like you've got to be on your absolute A game just to beat these guys. The surprising thing is they did not choose to run the ball that much yesterday. I mean, they did it all through the air, which is great. It was working. It was successful. They obviously found some weaknesses in the Bills secondary, but for Gibbs to only have 31 yards, I mean, that's not Lions football.
No. Once they got down 21, I think they were down at one point. Then it was all air after that. Sauce, at 6:13 last night, you tweeted, Dan Campbell is an idiot. That was so dumb.
Yeah, the onside kick with like 10 minutes left was idiotic, and he even said that after the game.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said, Pro Football Talk has a story. Dan Campbell on the onside kick with 12 minutes left. In hindsight, wish I hadn't done that.
I paid her with a check.
Basically, yeah.
I wish I hadn't done that.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, like, you have to declare that, right?
Right. So it's
I declare.
Boy, I declare that I'm going to onside kick.
Correct. I declare.
And it almost got returned for a touchdown,
yeah,
too. And the Bills punched it in a play or two later, but Hollins returned it to like the 3. Yeah. Almost just housed it. It was an interesting gamble.
Like 5 years ago, sure, the surprise onside kick, but when they know it's happening and they can set up their hands team.
I know, it's stupid.
And what is it, like under 5% to recover one? I just thought. But they
did almost get the one at the end of the game. Yeah,
but
that ball was loose.
The other thing is their defense can't stop anybody. But if you're the Bills, you got to be a little worried that your defense has given up 84 points in the last 2 games.
Yes. Yeah, we're not talking about the Bills defense.
Yeah, that Bills is just as bad.
Yeah.
Are we the only ones that have given up an onside kick this year?
No.
No, I think it's happened 2 other. I think the Cowboys did it. And I think there was one in maybe week 1 that happened.
Because we were talking about it when it happened after the fact that happened in our game, and we looked it up. I think it happened 2 other times or something.
Okay.
So it's like three successful onsides this year.
But yeah, when you have to declare it, it's pointless.
I declare.
They need to update that.
Yeah, Tena's whole bit is they should have like a 4th and 15.
4th and 15, 4th and,
yeah. And then if you get that, you keep the ball, yeah.
Who knows?
Breakdown.
The news is next. Ben Leber is here. We think Muss is joining shortly. The Vikings play tonight right here on the Fan on Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. The Vikes have won 6 straight games. The Bears have lost 7. The Vikings are officially in the playoffs. They clinched a spot yesterday. But still tons to play for. They could still get that number 1 seed. Power Trip back after this on the Fan.